Good evening, one and all. Again, each and every participant. Again, I request all of you kindly mute your microphones as well as, if possible, off your videos also, so that you can get a very good bandwidth. Today, we are here to discuss what various opportunities are available after 12th, because you people are now on the boundary where you have to take decision what is good for your career and what can achieve the target in your successful life. So we are here in MIT Arts Commerce Science College, which has organized a webinar, what are the various opportunities after 12th, as well as how to select a very good institution for your good education. So in this webinar, on behalf of MIT Arts Commerce Science College Alandi, I, Professor Archana Aher, welcome you all. Today, along with me, Dr. Mangesh Bopale sir, then our Training and Placement Officer, Karthik Revadikar sir, our Deputy Registrar, Gaurav Magar sir, is also available to discuss various issues or various opportunities related to your questions. So let's begin for this. MIT Arts Commerce Science College Alandi has been started in 2008 and it is running as per the guidelines of UGC, and it is affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University. We are offering various courses, various graduation courses, UG courses like BCom, BSc Regular, BSc Computer Science, BBA, BBA IB, and BCA. So to know more about this, now moving ahead, I would like to ask first of all Dr. Mangesh Bopale sir. Sir, can you explain our participants what are the opportunities available after 12th?
Surely, thank you.
Mangesh sir, over to you, please.
Thank you very much. This is very nice and very broad question, madam. Actually, as we know
Yes,
that basically there are three streams after 10th, can say arts, commerce, and science. So we'll discuss about what is available after 12th, arts, commerce, and science. So let us start with the arts faculty. Actually, arts is very diversified faculty where there are different courses available after 12th arts. In its graduation courses itself, such as Bachelor of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication, Politics, Psychology, English, Economics, Geography, History, etc. Even BA in Performing Arts. So these are all the traditional courses available after 12 arts. Apart from this, if the BA, if any art student wants to join any professional course or any other stream, he can also join, such as BBA, BSW, that is Bachelor of Social Works, Bachelor of Trade and Tourism Management, BBSCA, that is Bachelor of BBA in Computer Application, International Business. Okay, so these are the courses where he can join after 12 arts. Apart from this, about science students, so again, science is also very diversified and vast field where one can go right from BSc regular with the BSc Computer Science, Bachelor of Engineering, Technology, Medical field, Pharmacy, and there are many opportunities available. Actually, again, the third course, that is commerce. So after commerce, there are again different traditional as well as professional courses available for the commerce students. 12 commerce students can go for Bachelor of Commerce in plain commerce, that is plain means pass, commerce pass or commerce general, BCom pass or BCom general. He can also go for the Bachelor of Arts if he is having some interest or a specific reason to join the arts for such as this computer examination or any other thing. Apart from this, the BCom commerce student can also join the BCom LLB integrated course somewhere it is being offered. BCom LLB, BCom honors. Professional courses also you can join like BBA, that is Bachelor of Business Administration in any specific subject, or BBA in International Business, BBA CA. Apart from these very rightful courses we can say, or the familiar courses to the BCom or the commerce field, that is CA, that's Chartered Accountant, Company Secretaries, CWA. But again, one question arises in my mind, or I would like to make it clear to the student that whatever maybe your 12 arts, commerce, science, but be specific while choosing the special graduation course after your 12. because actually it doesn't depend on how much marks you have scored in the 12th and what is your what we can say the stream right now. Anytime it can be switched, and this is the golden opportunity to switch this stream from one stream to switch himself or herself from one stream to another stream. So basically he can assess himself, introspect himself. He can make his own SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Passion, what is his passion, what he likes, what he dislikes, and so on. What is the knowledge of specific field possessed by him. Okay, so based on this, he can take the decision that these are the courses and how I should select the specific course after my 12th. I hope that I would have thrown some light on the question last.
Yes, sir, definitely, because it's quite a descriptive subject, we can say,
Yeah.
because so many opportunities and platforms nowadays, we can say, available into the market, passing out after your 12th. So depend upon basically interest, passion of the students, they can select the particular stream, and also they have to set their target, what they exactly want to do in their life, what are the qualities they possess, and depend upon those qualities they have to find out the opportunities, and accordingly they can select the course what is available after 12th, right? So very good explanation given by you, sir. Related to this, again I want to ask you one more question, that is what opportunities are available into the market after graduation also? Means now, just now we discussed about the opportunities available after 12, but if they complete the graduation from our MIT itself, then after that what is the scope?
Actually,
what are
madam,
the opportunities?
This is the person oriented question that I would like to explain. Actually, because after graduation also one can change his stream. There are many opportunities available after graduation. He can either go for the for higher studies in his specific stream. Say such as somebody has completed his BA, so he can go for MA, or he can go in specific field like MBA and any other field available. BCom student can go for MCom, MBA. Okay, or he can go for another specific subjects. BE student can go for ME, science student for go for MSc in different in his respective discipline or in the opportunities available. So this is we can say the courses. But again, specifically the open postgraduate courses are we can say the most what we can say the demanding courses in the market today. Available are the professional courses or the corporate related courses, corporate oriented, job oriented courses like MBA. There are many options available in MBA, many specializations available in MBA specifically. If I want to explain it specifically, so there are marketing, HR, finance. Even we know the India is the country of villages, so rural management is also one of the subject. Disaster management is also one of the subject. Packaging management is also one of the subject. Even the government organization or specific industries like CRISIL, CARE, or NSE, National Stock Exchange of India, BSE, that's Bombay Stock Exchange of India. These actually institutions are also offering their specific MBAs. Even some banks are also like ICICI Foundation. These banks are also offering the job-oriented courses to the students from different fields. Okay. Apart from this, after graduation, this is the area of post graduation or the higher studies. But apart from this, he can also enter into the business or he can go for the placement. There are different opportunities available after professional and traditional courses in the industry as well as in the government departments in the what you can say in the job area. Okay, so he can go for either for job or he can go for higher studies or he can start his own business or startup. There are also many opportunities available today. So these are the, in short, opportunities available in market after the graduation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Means to be very precise, we can say that after completing graduation, students can go for first of all higher studies. Otherwise, they can go for appearing for various competitive exams, or they can go for the business sector that we called as a self-employment, or another source that they can go for jobs, means employment. right?
Yeah.
So these options are available after the graduation, completing successful graduation from MIT itself. Now
Yeah.
MIT is also providing support for the students in all these streams. Means
Yeah.
if the student want to go for competitive exam, then definitely our MIT also provides some coaching
Yeah.
by a particular competitive exam guidance cell to the students. And again, library facilities also available, where more than 10,000 books are available, and not only print media, but also about this digital library is also provided for the students. Next, for employment, our training and placement department is also taking very much care of the student from
Yes.
the beginning itself. Definitely we are going to discuss about this with our training and placement officer. Then related to self employment, I must tell all the participants that for self employment also we are providing the support, coaching, guidance, or a related assistance, we can say, to the participants or our students. And in higher studies also, our faculty members are trying to guide the students, they are trying to motivate the students also by organizing various guest lectures and all. So from this, one of the important thing I talked about employment. So related to now employment, all the participants are also curious to know about this. So the next question I would like to ask our training and placement officer Karthik sir, that can you explain us please, Karthik sir.
So first of all, good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to this session organized by MIT SSC Alandi. And here we would be going for the procedure, as Madam has said that we are supposed to give you an insight about what exactly recruitment procedure and how do we deal with it. So first of all, to start, we basically the first step is to make a choice of your career, of your courses, for which our dedicated team is there. They will help you out with making all your choices. Once you're through with the choice filter, you are supposed to take your course very seriously, because right from the first year itself, we are providing you a temporary job opportunity that is called internship. So internship of 3 months, say 6 months, we will be providing you internship opportunities. Reason to provide internship opportunities is that yes, we have an in-house training session which will be given to you, but we also would like you to apply the thoughts or the process which you have learned in the training process to your daily routine via internship. That's why internship is there, to understand the routine, to understand the office culture, to understand the environment. We encourage our students to go for internship. Post internship, when we come for the recruitment, so many companies, for example, if I may cite, Amdocs is there, then ZS is there. ZS is the paymaster. They have provided 10 lakhs and above package to our student. Then Procter is there. They have hired 6 lakhs in the field of software. So we have these kind of companies coming to us. They post their job requirements to us. We train our students according to their job requirements, and for various tests, written test, interview, GDPI, all these sessions, we train our candidates inside the campus premises. Plus, via internship, they gain a proper critical insight of what exactly and how exactly corporate sector is working on. And later on, when the procedure is conducted, through procedure, many students get selected. And over here, I would like to cite that last year we have given more than 400 plus placements in the form of placements, and we take proud in that. Yes, we have enabled 400 careers last year, 450 careers last year. I hope I have answered the question now.
Yes sir, definitely you have explained very well. Whatever the students are coming after completing their 12th to MIT Arts Commerce Science College Alandi for UG course, they are completely new. They are unaware with the placement activity, what is campus drive, how to prepare for the interview, or how they should talk, how they should answer in the particular interviews. So related to this only, I would like to ask one more question to you, Karthik sir, that how to be prepared for placement and campus drive.
As I told you also, ma'am, that we have a dedicated training cell as well. So there is a
Yes.
resource who take care of training. She is a
Mhm.
training person who is handling all the training requirements posted by the companies. She trained the students on various aspects like English grammar, then personality development, personality grooming. These are the insights which we take care that yes, every student should go through and get up to it. And last is, yes, I would also like to cite a thing over here that it is not a one way process. We will do a bit, but the student have to do their bit by getting knowledge. They are supposed to be very knowledgeable. They are supposed to have a knowledgeable, they are supposed to have knowledge of their field on the fingertips, so that if any question from their practical courses come, they should be in a position to answer those questions. We will train them for those as well. Like you may be knowing that we, our senior students, senior batches who passed out earlier, they are coming up now as source persons to us. They are helping us, they are guiding our new budding students. So this is our training. As such, students who are aiming for MIT should not be worrying about training. A lot of chances are there for training. And for another question, how exactly they are supposed to get the certificate of exactly and what kind of exactly corporate sector do behave is the only one word answer is internship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. It is, we can say, remarkable thing that not only training and placement session are department, but also alumni students, passed out students are again coming to our college to guide our students, give what experience they are getting in their professional life also. So that is also a very good thing happening in our MIT. So this employment, it is a very good thing which is handled by our department. After this, self employment is also another option for passed out students. So how to start this business, that is also the question comes in the mind of UG students, because again they are new for each and everything. They are trying to find out some options for their better future. So moving ahead, uh, to Mangesh sir, I would like to ask this question to you,
Yeah.
that how to establish a business. And definitely related to this, I want to ask you that there are some startups in India also. So how to enter in those startups? So can you
Yes,
please
yes,
throw
yes,
some
madam.
light
Very
on
nice
this?
question actually asked by you. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
don't
sir.
know how many students are there who are aspiring for the business, but it is really a very golden question asked by you that everyone must actually make this kind of aspiration to enter into the business after completion of the graduation. If he is not having any particular goal is in mind about the post graduation and all. Actually, in the countries like India, there are many opportunities available. Sector-wise, there are many opportunities available. Different sectors are available. Just we can say from A to Z, just agriculture. From agriculture to travels and tourism, there are different 35 and more sectors. And again, this one sector opens a lot of opportunity. I will say one sector is more than enough for that particular student or his entire family if he is going to enter into that business. There are right now the COVID-19 period is going on, and we know that everything is coming from the farms, everything is coming from the storage houses, everything is coming from the retail stores. So from where it is coming, how the things is being managed. So this is nothing but the business. These are nothing but the business opportunities, we can say. If I would like to take all the participants through the list of some sectors available for the startups in India and the schemes also I will be telling. Actually, we have very limited time. I would like to mention you here that if anybody is having any particular question about the business startup, about any particular industry, then I will definitely, or we will try to explain him. Also, as you already mentioned that our college provides provide different what you can say facilities to groom the students 360 degrees. So this is also one of the aspect where our college is taking effort. We have also one of the incubation center in our college through which different students are guided and taken to the different startups. Okay, so agriculture and allied industry sector is there, automobile sector is there for startups, auto components and auto ancillaries is there, and aviation sector is there. We know that in India there are more than 350 private and public airports. Okay, and these airports are being managed by different authorities, different companies. Again, the private and public authorities, government and private authorities. So there is also very large range of opportunities available in the aviation sector. Banking is also one sector for starting up. Actually, cement sector is also there. Consumer durables are there. E-commerce sector is there. Education and training is there. Engineering and capital goods are there. Financial services are there. Fast-moving consumer goods are there. Gems and jewelry is there. If suppose we know that India is again the country of traditions, there many people are also engaged in their household businesses like goldsmith, okay, or animal husbandry. So goldsmith will talk about here. If anybody is from the goldsmith family, he can enter into the gems and jewelry business. Healthcare is there, infrastructure is there, media and entertainment is there, metals and mining are there, oil and gas is there, pharmaceuticals are there, pharmaceutical industry. We know that very much important industry in the situation like current situation. Ports, import export is there, power industry is there, power sector, railways are there, real estate is there, retail sector is there, roads are there, science and technology is there, services, steel, telecommunication, textile, tourism and hospitality. So these are all the sectors and the schemes available. Actually, how to enter into the business in India. For this, each and every sector, Government of India has launched a scheme. I would like to just give some examples to our audience. Startup is not the limited concept. There are many startups in India who have raised the funds to some private fund providers, who have raised some funds from some businessmen. Okay, but there are many schemes also from the government's end that provide funds to the novice people in this field of the business. Startup India is there. Startup India is the comprehensive scheme launched by Government of India, where many actually ministries, such as the Ministry of External Affairs, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of this Agriculture, Ministry of Food Processing of India, different such Ministry of Railway, all the Ministry of Agriculture, all these ministries have been linked together with that Startup India program. And if anybody wants to start any kind of startup in India, he can just log in to the startupindia.com, and so that he can apply for any of the particular startup, where he will be getting different schemes for starting his business, and not only for the starting of business, for making that business survival, for making the working capital available, for making the training and development of the human resource, for making his production or his what we can say his company more innovative, for making his company technologically and scientifically more strong. Such R&D schemes are also implemented under the startup schemes. Apart from that, NABARD I already mentioned, Agricultural Ministry I already mentioned, food processing industry is also a very big industry in India, and a separate ministry is there in this on the central level, where they are also they have also launched the different schemes like mega food parks schemes, cluster of villages schemes, cluster of district schemes, where a student or any business and aspirants after his graduation, after acquiring the specific knowledge, industrial knowledge, he can easily enter into.
Yes, yes. There is actually wide range to enter into the business also, because basically business is also classified into, we can say, two groups. First group is of manufacturers, and second was of traders. And due to this pandemic, yesterday only Narendra Modi, our respected Prime Minister, has also focused on the supply chain importance only. So related to this again, they are trying to earn money. So after employment, the option comes of the self-employment only.
One more thing, madam,
yes,
one more
sir.
thing I want to actually tell to the students or to the audience here. One interesting fact is that many colleges and universities have also started the incubation center, and through which they are also funding, or they are actually what we can say empowering the students or ideas about startups. Some students from our college also presented their projects in the Savitribai Phule Pune University, and they got selected. One student got some funding. I don't know exact figure, but he got something. Some 25 lakhs from the Savitribai Phule University for starting his project.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah.
And one more activity we are taking for this, that is Avishkar. So whatever the key ideas, innovations are there, student can put their ideas, and they can go for the patenting also, or they can in future get the royalty from the same. So that activity is also conducted in our college. And so many clubs are also there which are able to provide the platform for the qualities of the students. So that is also a good thing of our college. So
Yeah.
yes, definitely we are discussing so many things over here. What are the good opportunities after 12th? How to select a very good institute? Because see,
Yeah.
candidates, I must tell you that only selecting the correct stream, that is not sufficient. The
Yeah.
institute where you are going to complete this graduation means that is the golden period of your life where you are going to achieve the success. So that institution should also be good one, that
Yeah.
should promote you for employment, self-employment, or higher studies or competitive exams also, so that only you can achieve the success in your life. So definitely
Yeah.
you would like to think on this topic also. Moving
Yeah.
ahead, participants, I would like to tell you that whatever your doubts or questions are there, queries are there, you can put in the chat box so that we can answer you. Some of the questions we got while registering for this webinar. So now we are going to discuss related to that only. Mangesh sir, I would like to ask you, actually we
Hmm.
have covered this topic, what opportunities are available into the market after graduation. But
Yeah.
so many candidates again ask this question in the chat box that what
Hmm.
opportunities are available after completing their BBA or BBA IB, or another option is that after completing this, yes, student can go for MBA. So what are the opportunities available after MBA also? So
Madam,
please let us know.
we already discussed about this question, I think, but
Yes sir,
still I would
yes
like
sir.
to make some more focus on that.
Yeah.
After completion of the BBA, BBIB or MBA, he can either join to any company in his respective field, like marketing, HR, finance, or these are not again the what we can say. These are very identical field, but there are many micro profiles available in the corporate for these people, because these are not the just graduated people; these are the professionally graduated people, the students who are graduating from with a degree like BBA, BBIB, or MBA. Okay, but
Yes.
I would suggest. Or just I would means give some details about business only. They can enter into the business startups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Definitely. I think that student got clear about their question.
Yeah.
Next question asked by many students that can our college highlight more for practical based learning?
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, right now, universities are only taking the care of this practical-based learning. We know the situation is changing, and whatever
Yes.
courses we are teaching in our college, or whatever courses we are going across in our college, like BBA, BBIB, BCA, courses are BCom. Even BCom also having practicals about accounting, taxation, like BCom, BBA, BBIB, they are having already the project works. BSc Computer Science, they are already having practical in computer languages, computer coding, encoding, and means designing of the softwares. Even the BBA CA students are also, and our college is taking effort of that giving the more practical exposure to the students about the field. Teachers are also taking care, and even in the curricula itself, it is specified that what particular area in the particular subject should be taught to the practical. Then it may include the industrial visits. It may include your hands-on training. It may include workshops, seminars, webinars are also going on right now. Technical subjects are also taught, like writing the research paper, conducting the surveys, and so on. So whatever are the subjects supplementary to that particular subject, so these things are conducted, I think, in our college and in all the subjects.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. Each and every faculty under the able guidance of our respected principal, sir, we are focusing on the overall development of each and every student. Why I am saying each and every students? Because we are saying that two persons are unlike. So
Yeah,
everyone's interest is different. So some
yeah,
are interested in co-curricular or some students are interested in extracurricular. So we
yeah,
are focusing on each and every student by providing platform in curricular, co-curricular or extracurricular
extracurricular.
activities. Yes, definitely. Sir, one more question is there that how
Yeah.
we improve the
Hmm.
knowledge of English or how we improve the communication ability in English for the students.
Okay, actually, this question would be basically from the student from 12th, either from Hindi or Marathi background or any other regional
Yes,
language.
sir. Yes, sir.
But this is the really very important question in the life of student after means the students who are going for the graduation, because after the regional languages, after completion their 12th in the regional languages, they go to the English instructional classes, and it is difficult to understand that. But it is not very much
Yes.
difficult to, as English very interesting and English language. Even we are also from the Marathi background, we can say, but still
Sir,
we are means
I just want to interrupt you. Time is
yeah, yeah.
running out, so
Okay.
please, yeah.
Okay, okay. For this particular improving the English, the students can. There are different skills like reading in the English, writing about the English, and making the vocabulary about the English.
Okay.
Means improving their vocabulary about the English. Because whatever language we speak, that language we don't know the grammar and all, but we just know the words. And if the student will having the mastery over the words, definitely he will be having mastery on the English language. That is my
Yes.
personal
Yeah.
opinion.
Yes, yes, sure, sir, sure. And now, moving towards the last question, it is not actually question. Gaurav sir, I want to ask you, some of the students have asked about what is the admission procedure in our MIT college. So can you tell us?
Okay. Admission procedure. We have simple admission procedure. For all courses, we have entrance examination. Student has to apply through college application form, which is available online on college website. Entrance
Yes, sir.
examination will be conducted online. Entire procedure is mentioned over there. So student have to register for themselves on college website, and accordingly, if they qualify the entrance examination, they will select it, and they have to complete the admission procedure. Some students have questions. Some students have raised their hand. So I will ask. I will enable the student. By
Yes,
that
sir.
time, Mangesh sir, one student is asking, I am student of BBA first year and I am
Yeah.
preparing for CAT. At the
Yeah.
same time, my question is, if I will not able to get a good score to make through IIM, then can you give me information about some B school that do not have high fees and give good placement?
Okay. Actually, sir, CAT. Apart from CAT, there are many colleges which provide the this courses, MBA courses. Even in Pune, Maharashtra, we can say by giving the MST seat, MSCT of MBA, he can join any of the MBA course in the affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University, or the autonomous institutions are also available. But if he is in first year, so basically I would recommend him to work hard, study hard, and try to get maximum score, because he manage the time, prepare for some more score, and get the good score in the CAT, because he is having a lot of time right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Avanti is there. She has raised her hand, so I will enable her mic if she want to ask question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
please ask your question.
I just want to ask, is your college is coming in the Pune University, or is there any other university?
No, our college is affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University only. Formally, it was Pune University.
Okay. And is
it is coming under Pune University only. Yeah.
Pune University, and we just searched that is MIT Peaceful University and MIT. Is there they are the both same colleges, or they different?
Gaurav sir, please.
Yes. Okay, I will answer your question. MIT group has different campuses in Pune, under which MIT World Peace University comes, MIT ADT University, which is located at Loni Kadabor, and MIT Arts Commerce Science College, Alandi. So MIT Alandi campus is affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University. MIT World Peace University is a private university. It is a MIT group of institutions university. Okay.
And and
yes.
I want to ask that I just completed the commerce from in the 12th in the commerce stream, and I want to join the computer field. So I am from Nagpur, and in Nagpur University, the graduate degree is called BCA.
Okay.
So could you
please
I
will answer that question. Yes. It is also available at Pune University. It is now known as BBA Computer Applications, which was previously known as BCA. So it is the same course. Nomenclature is changed by Pune University as per UGC's guidelines. So commerce students are eligible to complete that course. So you have to apply through college application form. Online form is there. We have entrance examination on 20 May, and through that entrance examination, if you are selected, you will get admission at MIT Arts, Commerce, Science College.
Okay. And could you please tell me which the placement status of the last year of the BBACA?
Yes. Karthik sir, over to you.
Yes, sir. So, Avanti, last year we have placed 450 candidates in our regular placement drives. Apart from that, we also were responsible to hold a successful job fair, wherein another, you can say, 400 to 500 candidates we have successfully placed. But we will not count them in our regular placement. So, roughly, you can say 450 candidates we have placed for last year from all streams.
Okay. And what is the highest package for the BBACA degree?